Shout out to the K&J fam, and you're rocking with Kristen and Jamil. And we're back, you guys, for another mukbang.
Woo!
But not just any mukbang.
What?
You guys, today we're doing a Subway versus Port of Subs review.
Yes.
We are here to decide which sub is the ultimate, best, and most delicious sub. And we got both meatball marinaras from Port of Subs and a meatball marinara from Subway.
Absolutely.
So we want to do this review for you, so you know where to go. I believe Port of Subs is nationwide.
Yeah, they are nationwide, and also, by the way, guys, our fireside is so far away, we couldn't get to it, or else we would have had that too. But
Firehouse. I was like, fireside.
Firehouse, yeah. I know. So because of that, we just have the two, Subway and Port of Subs.
Yes.
But I think Port of Subs is nationwide. I think so.
Let's hope it is. Let us know if you have a Port of Subs in your area. I know Subway's nationwide.
Exactly. Yes, that's true.
So aesthetically looking, just by looking at the two, Subway's looking really sad.
I know.
Subway's crying in the background.
Well, let's do this really quick because I want to talk about that. Let's do a quick thumbnail.
Yes.
And then we're going to start to talk about it and eat at the same time.
Okay.
So,
sounds good.
Okay, I'm going to hold Subway.
Okay.
You want to hold...
I'll hold the big one.
I know.
Yes. I'm used to it. Okay, here we go. One.
Wait.
I don't know what I'm talking about. One.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. No, let's do
1, 2, 3.
Oh, you should hold a drink too.
Okay.
I think we should.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know how
I
we're
don't
going to
know
do
why.
this.
I don't know how we're going to drink. Okay. What? No. Okay.
You got it.
1, 2, 3. Okay, so bad. I hope you find a good one. If you don't, I'm going to be mad at you.
I'm not going to. Because the whole time I was messing up.
Okay, which one should we try first?
All right, let's do Subway first.
Okay, we'll do Subway first.
As you guys can see.
Okay.
Yes. We're reviewing these two,
these
right?
Are
to
for
let you guys know.
You guys.
And for us too.
Yeah,
course,
show next to it, side by side.
Okay, here we go. Here's the deal, you guys. Whoever made this Subway sandwich.
Some people might want this small one.
No, let's be real about this. What they said is, I don't care about the person who's eating this sandwich. We're just trying to make a sale. That's what it looks like to me. Okay? Because come on, you guys. This is ridiculous.
Okay. You know, some people might want a little thing. I don't know. There's people out there that want baby versions of subs.
That's true.
Okay. But it's all about the taste.
Exactly.
Okay?
Exactly.
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
1, 2, 3. It's good.
I do have to say.
I forgot that Subway meatball marinara is really good.
I do have to say. That is a good sandwich. It's a really good sandwich.
Right?
Yeah. Their meatballs are done perfect. And I think it's pork meatball, right? Like, I don't think they use beef. Okay, well, I'm guessing. So,
okay.
But I think it is pork. Well, the reason why I say it is because I feel like pork meatballs are always better than beef. Beef are good, but something about pork, sausage.
Watch a big beef.
I know, right?
Sam, look at that. Is it beef or pork?
This is good. But should we do the Port of Sub one? Let me try one more.
It's just so teeny, but it's good. Very flavorful. It does have a lot of flavor in the meatball. I'm not mad at it.
There's a lot of flavor.
I'm not mad at it at all.
It's not spicy though, which is nice.
Here, I'll put this here.
Even though I wouldn't be happy if it was a little bit of spice.
Here, let's do a palate cleanser.
Palate cleanser.
I have a Cheeto.
I know.
Okay.
I also figured I'm going to review their sodas too.
Oh yeah, we'll review the soda.
I'm going to see who's been doing the right carbonation to syrup balance. I want to make sure.
Okay.
I'll do just a few.
Yes. Okay, so Port of Subs.
I mean, right off the bat, look how big that is.
Port of Subs is...
Wow. Look at that. That's crazy.
Yes.
I mean, obviously I took a bite of this, but I mean, this thing is ridiculous in comparison. I don't know if it really shows it.
Yeah.
But
Definitely a lot more meatball.
Yeah, there's more meatball in here.
For sure in here.
This one's going to fill you up more. That's just off the bat.
In terms of like wetness and dryness, to be honest, the
Subway's probably a little bit more.
Subway meatball looks moister.
Yeah, it does.
Moister.
This does. The bread looks a little more dry, I would say. It's more like regular bread.
Yeah. Let's see.
All right, let's do it.
1, 2, 3.
Ooh, that Parmesan.
Parmesan comes through.
Wow.
It's very feet.
Feet.
Yeah.
Tastes like feet?
Parmesan's a feet. Yeah.
It tastes like feet? Is that what you're
The
telling me?
Parmesan does, but that means it's good.
No.
No, it's true. It means it's good Parmesan.
What?
Yes.
I've never heard that. If something tastes like feet, it's not good. That's a problem.
But that's
Feet.
what happens when, Parmesan comes through. It's like a feet taste.
Oh.
Okay.
That's good.
I don't know if I like it better.
I agree with you, actually.
Okay.
I actually think this is good. You know what I think it is? I think the sauce is better on Subway. For sure, the sauce is.
That's probably it.
The marinara sauce. Subway doesn't have a Parmesan cheese in there, though. There's no Parmesan.
No, there is.
Is there? Okay, maybe it's very light. And I don't taste it, really.
Or it's supposed to have Parmesan, because when I ordered it,
They are supposed to
was
be
an
on there.
ingredient. Yeah.
So we put provolone on both of these sandwiches, too. I don't really taste provolone on either.
No, I don't either. Oops.
Let me take one more bite of this one.
Okay. Well, it's meatier, it's hunkier. I'm gonna go back to the Subway. I do think you're right. Let me, because it is all about the sauce, right? Okay. Here we go. Hold on. Okay. I got it.
All right, let me take a bite, too, while you're talking.
I got it. Okay. The Subway meatball, it's that like fake meat taste.
Store-bought.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It's the fake meat taste. But it's good.
That's exactly what it is.
It's that fake meat. The porta subs taste like the real meat. Like you could actually taste like Italian seasoning in here.
Yeah.
It's more authentic, but it also does come up short in terms of like a meatball. Like we know what a meatball.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
Should
it's
taste
funny because that doesn't even look like a ball of meat. It looks like just a whole bunch of like beef that was kind of put to, at least what I had. Oh, okay, so they're like
They're cut in half.
sliced.
They're cut in half.
So they cut them in half. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's pretty much cut in half. And but they're bigger. They're a little bigger too. You know what?
This marinara is more wet.
It is, and the marinara is better. The marinara is better on Subway.
I think so too.
Port of Subs, I would say, I want to say because of that Parmesan, it almost is better. But I think I like Subway better.
Yeah. Okay,
Which is
I agree.
weird.
So porta sub does have that authentic meatball, and you definitely get that Parmesan. It's more than you can taste some Italian seasoning in the meatball.
Yeah.
But in terms of the meatball, it does come up a little short. Now, Subway, that meat is like the fake meat, right? It's like the faux meat, whatever that means. I mean, it's real meat,
it's refrigerated.
but you know what I mean.
It's been cooked, refrigerated, shipped, frozen again, and then made.
AKA though, the good stuff sometimes, right? Like sometimes it's good. And the marinara is very good. It's way more wet, and the meatball's wet. So I think this is going to be a total preference thing.
Yeah, but yeah, I would say that if you're looking for like a authentic meat, something that's actually tastes a little bit more like it was cooked right then and there, porta subs you're gonna probably prefer. But I think taste wise, flavor wise, maybe just taste wise, Subway, the smaller sandwich, I'm gonna say is better because this is tiny, guys. This is ridiculous.
I like this bread a lot. I like the sourdough bread from Port of Subs. I like that it's hearty. It's big.
Yeah, me too.
It's kind of like you go to somebody's house and they make meatballs for you, and it's not that fab, but you'll eat it. It's like okay, you know, like somebody's trying to like make an Italian dish.
Yeah, I feel it.
It's that.
I feel it.
This is like, okay, you're not expecting anything authentic.
Mm-hmm.
You're just like, whatever, I need something to eat. But then you're like pleasantly surprised because it just tastes good.
Exactly.
I got that.
Okay, let me taste your soda really quick.
Oh.
I'm doing a quick. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm so thirsty, guys.
I want to do that review too.
I'm sorry.
I hate when you go rogue.
I had to.
You go rogue.
Listen,
okay.
These things are salty. Some of the bread is dry.
What'd you get?
Diet Coke.
No.
Yes, I know, right? They taste different.
Yes.
Okay, well, we know like who's been... No,
This tastes like root beer.
Okay, try that one and try this.
Okay.
This does taste like root beer. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we know Subway, the one by our house, has not been keeping up with the carbonation to syrup balance.
This is like the perfect Diet Coke.
Why would this taste like root beer? Is it...
It tastes like root beer.
Is it in the same area as root beer?
Right? You get like a root beer finish on that one.
You know what's funny?
Normally it doesn't.
Normally it doesn't, and I wouldn't have even noticed
if it wasn't for my amazing palate.
No, had we not compared the two, I wouldn't even notice. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know. I'll put that to the side. By the way, shout out Laura Weaver. We got your napkin holders here today. I'm about to use one.
I'll take one too.
I need that.
Thank you, Laura. We have a whole stack of napkins still.
I know.
This is like maybe the 4th or 6th one we've used ever.
Seriously. And you know what's crazy is we actually talked to some friends. They have similar napkins. So I guess it is like I had no idea that.
And they save them for fancy times too, right?
They do. They definitely do. Yeah. No, you definitely should.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going in.
So I'd say it's just Subway. I think if you're gonna get like in terms of like flavor overall,
yeah,
I do think Subway tastes better. Get double meatball.
Yeah, I would say that.
That'll solve your ratio equation.
I know.
Right.
I guess you could do double meatball, right?
You can.
The problem though was the bread. Look how small this is. I mean, this is after like 3 bites, guys. Come on, that's crazy.
And you were taking small bites.
I was taking small bites because I can't take big bites right now. My tooth.
I was gonna say this is probably good for your tooth, though.
I wouldn't say that.
I'm good.
It's not bad for it though. I'm doing a good job, guys. I've been moving it to the left side. It's been good. It's been really good. Eating everything on the left side.
I was gonna say, so not everybody saw our live, so we do apologize if we were gonna repeat the story, but a lot of people have been asking us, how's Jamil's tooth, da-da-da. We gave you an update on our live on Sunday on Facebook, but everybody follows us on Facebook. So just maybe really quick, tell the fam your root canal experience. You want the real soda?
I do want the real soda. I want you to not take a sip next time. Okay.
Thanks, babe.
I'm so thirsty.
You are. You need water. After this, I'm making you drink. I know, you were thirsty.
I was very thirsty.
You worked all day.
No, but I had a whole bottle of Core, the big one, a small one, and then I had the rest of that bottled water that was in the refrigerator. And I'm still thirsty. I mean, that is what it was, but I think because of the salt on here, too, it's just making me thirsty. And the bread's dry. Okay, so yeah. Anyways, let me take one more bite. I'm sorry, I gotta take one more bite. You're asking me questions, and I'm still hungry. Chris is like, go ahead and tell them the story while I eat.
Jamil's you're not ready for the, you're not ready to tell the fam?
I'm ready now.
Okay, well, he cried. He cried, he whimpered, it wasn't okay.
It was bad. The doctor had to hold me down and tell me to shut up. Stop
by
crying.
By the way, people were asking us about our shirts. That's one of our shirts.
Oh, yeah.
Mukbang gone wrong, and it's got a stain on it.
Yes, it does. Right there.
There it is.
I didn't make that. Well, I didn't make that technically, but, not on this shirt. You know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to say. It was intentional.
In our description box on our YouTube page, it shows how you can get one of these shirts.
If you're interested.
And I'll wear the other shirt that we have.
Yeah, we need to.
Too. Ooh, I have the hiccups.
Want soda?
No. Okay, go.
Okay, so
Ooh.
I'm going to eat while we talk. But let's start with the story. All right, so check this out, guys. For anyone who didn't hear the story. So on my right side, I had to get a root canal done because few months ago. I was eating Five Guys, and inside of the burger was like a bone or cartilage. I know a lot of people saw it, but I just figure I'd at least tell you what happened. I bit into it. The day of, not so much of a big deal, but the next day, it actually was chipped, because when I flossed, it popped right out, so it was all messed up. But anyways, and my teeth are strong too, which is crazy too. So I don't know. I mean, everyone's teeth are strong, but anyways, besides the point. So fast forward, I did go to the dentist, and he said that you are going to need to get work done, but because of COVID, we weren't able to actually get it done for a long period of time. So anyways, fast forward to now. I finally got an appointment. I go in to get the work done, and this is where the mayhem starts, guys. It's craziness. The mayhem starts. So Wednesday I go in. The guy numbs me, and what he also had to do was trim my tooth so he can actually get the mold, the crown mold, right? Is that what it's called? Make a mold of the crown, essentially. So he was able to give me a temporary one that day. So he numbed me, and the guy was like super nice, very good dentist, and everything was really cool. So it was quick, it was easy. It took like an hour or something like that. Didn't feel any pain, everything was fine. He's like, all right, come in tomorrow, and we're gonna do the root canal. So I come in the next day. And the thing about this dentist office is it's actually, they don't specialize specifically in root canals. They do root canals, and they've done a lot of them, but they have different what's it called? Endodontists that come in. I think 2 different ones, maybe 3. But anyways, on this particular day, the one that did it the first time wasn't there. So now this is a new guy, right? So he numbs me up. And the weird thing is that he was in a different spot too. Not that much different, but still just a little bit of a different spot, which I thought had something to do with it, but it turns out it didn't matter.
He numbed you in a different area.
Numbed me in a different area.
But that doesn't matter?
It didn't matter.
You talked to the guy?
Matter. Well, it was because, and I'll go into it later, but it was,
I see.
It didn't matter. So anyways, numbed me in a different spot. So he takes me into the room, and the thing is, the guy wasn't really like talking. He wasn't really talking. He asked me a couple questions like, how you doing today? How's it going? Blah, 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 whatever, So anyway, so I'm sitting back, and they start to do work. I feel, they take the cap off. Everything's fine. He did ask me before, by the way. He was like, how do you feel? You feel numb? I was like, well, my face is, but I was like, but that, I feel my tooth though. I can feel it if I kind of do that to my mouth. Did I tell you that? No. Okay, so I told him that, and he was like, "Yeah, you're fine. You'll be fine." like he said it like that, like, "Yeah, you're fine." All right, cool, man. So he starts to drill in, and you guys, once he got into the nerve, I felt everything. Everything. Did
you like go like did you do?
Yeah, I think I did 1 or maybe 2 times, but I definitely did a clinch, like a quick
my God.
like I held the chair, and he obviously knew right away that I was feeling something. He's like, oh, okay, so you still feel it, and anyways, the guy wasn't talking to me. He was talking to the dental assistant. So, and the dental assistant would ask me questions here and there. So every time he would go to the nerve, he tried to like work around it, and every time he went to it, like right away, I felt it, and I would like tense up like so bad. You guys, the pain, I can't tell you how bad the pain is. You have to experience it. like
on a 1 to 10, what was it?
It was 10. There's no question. I don't think there's any pain that you can feel in your body that's worse than that. I don't think there is. I don't think there is. So anyways, he's like trying to do it, and every time I'm like kind of tensing up, and the dental assistant though like keeps asking. She's like, are you afraid? Are you scared? Do you have a phobia? I was like, no, I'm fine. I'm like, no. But she wouldn't say why, right? So I could hear him talking to her, like he's right next to me, talking to her. Every time I would start to clench up, so he would have to stop. And then he was just like, I don't know if we could do this. Like kind of telling her that, and she's like, oh, okay. And then she would ask me more questions and things like that. Anyways, finally, he numbs me again. And this time he numbed like all in the back of my face. So like the whole half, I was like Two-Face. Like the whole like down here was like numb, like really numb. So he does that, and then what happened from there? Oh yeah, then he waited like a couple seconds, like not a couple seconds, but like 3-4 minutes. Sits there and he's like, "How you feeling?" I was like, I don't know, man. Like, you tell me. So he's like,
supposed to feel
all right,
different.
let's try it again, right? So he goes back to it, starts to drill. I do the clench up again, and I just hear him say, "Okay," right? And then all of a sudden he's asking her for new stuff and different things, but he's not clear on what's going on. He just starts, getting stuff, and I hear drilling, but I don't feel any more pain. And then after that, after he does that, he's like, "Okay, see you later." Leaves, right? And the lady's like, "Okay, so we're gonna have to reschedule. You're gonna have to go somewhere else." And I'm like, "Okay," because it wasn't really clear what the deal was. Like the whole time, the guy was not talking to me, so I didn't really know. So, anyways, I get to the front, and they're like, "All right, well, we'll just go ahead and call in. We'll reschedule you or do another time." And I'm like, "Well, hold on a second." I'm like, "Can I talk to the dentist?"
Or
the endodontist. And anyways, just as I was asking, he starts to come out, and I was like, "What happened?"
You're like, "Hey," you were like, "Hey, can I ask you a couple?"
Yeah, I was like, "Can I ask you a couple questions?"
He's like, "Sure."
He's like, yeah. So I was like, "What happened?" He's like, "Well, your nerve obviously, kept affecting you. I couldn't numb it and stuff like that. So you're gonna have to go somewhere else." I'm like, "Am I gonna go somewhere else?" He's like, "Well, you can come back, but I just don't know if we can do it." And I'm like, "Really?" I'm like, "What happened?" He's like, "It's called an angry nerve, and you just can't numb it. Some people, they have it." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm not understanding this." So he was like, I'm sorry, that's just what happened." And he told me a lot of information. I could tell as he started talking to me, he could see that I wasn't like angry. So I think he was kind of, maybe he thought I might be mad. You know what I mean? That they couldn't do it. So anyways, long story short, they had to, the guy put he put the old mold on that was on my tooth. It was all drilled into and stuff because they had to get it off. So he like patched it up with some stuff, and the stuff was all in my mouth.
With like clay.
Yeah, clay stuff.
It was breaking off.
The whole night it was breaking off. Plus, right before he stopped, they like spilled some like of the liquid down my throat. So it was like this crazy liquid stuff that I swallowed. I don't know what it was, and I had never tasted anything like that before. So I was a little like, "What's going on, you guys?" So
after his appointment, they referred us to see an endodontist clinic.
Yep, exactly.
So it's a clinic where they all specialize in root canals.
Yep. Instead
of a dentist place that brings in some root canal people, right?
Mm-hmm. So
we called. Luckily we were able to make the appointment for the next day.
Next day, got up early, made it out there right away. Super friendly, like everything was calm, and I was like, "Hey, I don't know if you gonna be able to numb me." The guy was like, "Trust me, you don't have anything to worry about."
Because we were nervous. I'm sure you were nervous, but we were both very like, "So what can you do?" Because the other dentist, before we had left the other place, the clinic, we're like, "So what are our options? Like if you can't get numb?" And they were like, "Well, there's nitrous, but that's is it nitrous? Yeah. They're like, but that's just if you're like anxious, so it doesn't have pain.
Pain, yeah.
And they're like, well, and you can put them out.
Yeah.
Like you can get put out. And both of us were like, "No!" Like you didn't want to go under. I don't want you to go under.
I mean, I could do it if I have to, but you guys, I have sleep paralysis, and that freaks me out. Like I have no problem going to the dentist at all. I don't mind, and I can take the pain other than the nerve part. But when it comes to going to sleep, I got to work on that because since I have sleep paralysis, I have a fear of like while they're trying to put me to sleep, me wake up and I can't move and I can't wake up, so that's actually kind of scary. Anyways, long story short, I go in here and the guy was like, "I don't think we're going to have to put you out." He was like, "You should be fine." So anyway, I lay down, and by the way, like the dental assistant that this new guy was like really good. Like he was getting like the other problem was like liquid was going all down my throat with the other lady, and I'm like, while they're trying to like drill my mouth. So I think that was a part of the problem too. Maybe the guy was like, "What's wrong with this guy?" I don't know. Anyways, the new dental assistant was getting everything, so it was perfect. There was no problem.
Good.
And then they started drilling in, and then guess what, guys? same thing happened. That's why I say the first time it didn't matter where the guy numbed me, because the second time the same thing happened.
He had an angry nerve.
Angry nerve that
it was
wouldn't.
Mad.
Yeah, he said that it was red. It was bright red, and you could tell that something was up. It was just like
no nerve.
I know.
I wasn't happy.
Right?
I was not happy.
So I'll tell you what really was not cool. So
I can't even hear this.
Because they couldn't numb it from the outside. They had to actually, I think the guy actually went into the nerve and like poked it and like put the stuff in it, or he put it like right next to it. He did something in a way where the pain was at a 10 yet the day before. Well, now it's like at 20.
Like it hurt way more.
Yeah, he did tell me though. He was like, "Hey, just so you know, because it's not getting numb, we got to try this." And he was like, "If it doesn't work, we'll have to do something else. But just know that you're gonna feel a lot of pain, so you're gonna have to take this for a minute." And I was like, "At least you warned me."
Yeah.
So I got ready, and then and he's like, "It's almost done, almost there." And then he was like, "All right, I'm done." And the good thing about the nerve pain though is it hurts during, but as soon as you let up, it's gone.
Yeah.
That's the good thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't like disappear completely, but it's relief. Like it goes from like a 10 to like a 5. And then you're like, all right, that's cool. So anyways, as soon as he did that, like, I'll put it like this. The pain was at 100%. And after he numbed it, it was still painful, but it dropped down to probably 60. 60%. So it was almost half the pain.
Which still sucks.
Which still sucked, yeah. Because I've done a root canal up here and felt nothing, like at all, except some tugging. But down here, for whatever reason, my mouth down here was not having it. It was not. It was like, we're not doing this. I was like, I'm not going to sleep. So I suffered through it, guys. But
so wait,
yeah.
Yeah. After he put the needle in and then on the nerve and then took it out, you just felt 60 the whole time, even when he was drilling.
Well.
Or did it feel? Yeah.
That's a good question.
Thanks.
So, so what happened is there's never a point where he was on the nerve the whole time. He's doing other things. I don't know exactly what. So every maybe 60 seconds, he'll go to the nerve to do something. You know what I'm saying? So I would say at that point, every 60 seconds or so, I would feel some sort of pain.
To 60%.
Yeah, to 60%. Yeah.
And then when he was not on the nerve and he was working.
Yeah, when he was not on nerve, it was fine.
It was a 0%?
Not 0. It was probably it was like a 2. It was very, very low. It was it almost felt like tugging. Okay. With a little bit of pain, but.
Okay. But on the nerve, it was 60.
Yeah.
But it was manageable.
Exactly. It was manageable.
It sucked, but.
Exactly.
Okay.
And here's the thing about with nerve stuff. This was actually something interesting. I don't know if I mentioned this either. So it's almost like what happened is the pain intensity goes up. It goes up. It's hard to say. If I were to pinch you right now. Yeah. You wouldn't feel a pain intensity going up. You would just feel just a constant pain. It caps almost. With the nerve damage, or not nerve damage, but with the nerve, pain, it was as he's touching it, getting worse and worse and worse and worse. The pain was getting extreme. Does that make sense? It was so weird. It was the pain was growing. So that's why I made it 100%, because it was that's why I say it was 100%, because the pain was just not tolerable at all.
Before he numbed it.
But then once he numbed it, what happened was it would go up to a certain point, then it would stop. That was the difference. Yeah. That was the only difference.
It didn't go up to 100%.
It didn't go up to 100.
Up to a 60.
Exactly. And
Weird.
then it would stop.
Okay, so it starts low, gets intense.
Exactly. And then it just stops. And then the pain stays there, I should say. It stays right there, and then it dissipates.
And then it wasn't the whole time.
Not the whole time, no. You guys, sorry for the long story, but that was my crazy dental experience. I mean, I could tell you right now, I had the abscess here. And
when he had his first root canal.
Yeah, root canal, and I couldn't sleep, and the pain went from the bottom. Eventually, by the time the whatchamacallit medicine kicked in, the antibiotics, the pain was from the bottom of my jaw all the way to the top of my head, a constant shooting pain. It had nothing on this. And by the way, the pain that I felt was incredible. I would tell people I'd rather lose an arm.
No, Jamil said I don't wish it on my worst enemy.
Oh no, for sure.
Yeah.
Unless I really don't like them. Then I wish it on for a little bit.
You always say that. You're so funny.
Unless I really don't like them. Having a bad day. I'm like, you know what? Tooth pain.
But basically sticking the needle in your nerve was
that was the worst. Worse. It was the worst.
Just because it was probably sharper. It was probably like a very sharp.
Probably.
Very sharp pain. I can see that. Versus like your radiating kind of heat.
Yeah, exactly. But all I know is the intensity just gets worse. You're like, you know? I see why people cry, though.
Oh, yeah.
I see why people cry, and then I'm like, man. I'm close. I'm like...
So, basically, I think the first time you had the root canal, I think your nerve was dead. That tooth
probably
was gone. Like, you really needed the root canal. This situation, because your tooth was chipped, and then it caused all this thing, and you needed it, it wasn't like it was maybe like... What's wrong? Please tell me you didn't bite on anything hard.
I did.
Swear. You guys.
No, it's not that. Not that. Crunchy. Inside of the meatball. Why is this crunchy?
I just need you to calm down.
Oh, no.
Like, no, I'm cereal.
Calm down.
I am cereal. Like, I literally thought you chipped your tooth again.
No.
Well, this is you. Like,
stopping,
spitting it out.
You're too paranoid.
No.
You're paranoid.
No.
That's what's going on.
It was very extra.
Kristen is very paranoid.
I thought you hurt your tooth. I was going to be like, oh my God.
No, you would hear me scream. And then I'd be real mad.
What do you think?
Because I'd be like, huh?
What do you think the crunchiness was?
Oh, no. It was kind of odd. Still going to eat it, though. I'm hungry.
I was like, you want that one? I was saying, like, basically, like, the first time you needed the root canal, like, that was like a slowly dying tooth. That was all bad. Versus this time, it was like a fairly healthy tooth, but you chipped it.
That's what it was.
And then you needed the root canal like pretty quickly. So that nerve was still very much alive. It was like, hey, I'm the heart of the tooth. I'm still here.
Probably.
You know? And I was mad because it was probably alive.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
It could have been. Yeah. That very well could have been the issue because...
That's probably the difference.
When I chipped the tooth, they said it was so low. It was so low that I almost needed to take the whole tooth out. So... Yeah. I was fortunate in that case. I know. Because if the tooth chip is below the gum line, they have to take the tooth out. They have to pull the tooth. At least that's what I was told, you know?
That's crazy.
So luckily it wasn't. But man, it was all bad. That pain was so crazy. I mean, I can't like... It's funny, like, I think about like, oh, if I was ever tortured, I would never snitch. I don't care what they do. Like, you don't even think like that. Like,
Jamil, never. You can't admit that you would snitch.
Oh. They drill a hole in my tooth. I'm like, I'm going to sing like a canary. I'll be like, what do you need to know? Honestly. I'm like, take a finger. Take a finger. Do the water. What is the water thing? What's it called? Waterboarding. Waterboarding. That's nothing. Okay.
I know. You're basically like if they torture you, they should put a needle in your nerve.
Oh, that's all they need to do without numbing. Oh.
That's rough.
That would be, honestly,
that's rough.
That might work on anybody. Listen, no secret is that.
Oh.
There's no secret. That's so strong that I'd be snitching like. Oh,
babe.
I told whatever they wanted.
So,
like, what do you need to know?
I don't know when you're gonna see this video. He might have already had. He needs the crown. That's what's left.
That's right.
To get the real crown, and then we're done. So it's either happened or it's happening, depending on what day you see this video, guys. So
that's right.
We're almost done with it. Crazy.
Almost done, but something tells me that I'll have to go to the dentist again because I got to get these bottom teeth cleaned at the top part too. So.
Cleaned?
Yeah, deep cleaning.
Oh, deep.
So I'm gonna have to go at some point again to get deep cleaning, top and the bottom. But that's okay. I don't mind.
You're using up all the dental insurance.
All of it.
All the dental insurance.
Yeah, you guys. So, yeah, that's
take care of your teeth, you guys.
That's exactly it.
Go to the dentist.
First time I hadn't been to the dentist in 15 years. When I got the abscess, that was the first time I'd come in 15 years.
Out of necessity.
Out of necessity. Yeah.
And since then, we haven't been like fab, but we've been better.
Way better.
You've been getting work done.
Oh yeah. They said when I came in 15 years, They were like, we've never seen amazing teeth like this. They're superhuman. And they're like, nothing's wrong with it other than abscess. Except that wasn't the conversation.
Except like, the 7 cavities.
They're like, well, you got 7 cavities up here, 4 up here. You got
But
9
I do have to say,
here.
for somebody who hasn't been to the dentist in 15 years,
no,
it could have been a lot worse.
It could have been.
The fact that...
And who eats a lot of candy. Because he eats a lot of candy.
Right. I was going to say, this root canal was kind of rogue because we chipped it on the video. We chipped it on the video, like, we're pregnant, like, really, you know. Anyways, right, but but considering you only needed 1 initially, and then you just had, like, a bunch of cavities and maybe needed a crown, I think it was, I felt bad.
It wasn't bad.
It could have been a lot worse.
It really could have been. Honestly, I definitely think when you go to the dentist, they will tell you need to get work done. And you 100%, you know, for the most part should. But I think there's times where you can actually fix some of those cavities. Maybe not all of them, but I'll tell you. Actually, let me say this. Well, can I mention something?
No, you can't mention it unless
I have
you
to say this.
know how to do it.
Oh, yes. So you're right. I don't know how to do it. But check this out. You guys check this out. So when I went after the 15 years, they did this quadrant, and this one. But they didn't do this quadrant, right? So I had cavities all over. They were like, well, this quadrant isn't as bad. It's bad, but it's not as bad as these other 3. So they were like, get these 3 done, and then, you know, after a month or 2, come back because you're gonna need to get that because these are getting really bad, right? So I got these done, and I didn't go to the dentist after that for, I want to say 4 years. It could have been 3.
No.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't go for 3.
Long.
No, we did. I know it sounds crazy, but it was 3 years because we went when I was 30. It was 3 years. And then I didn't go again until I was 33.
Is that facts?
Yes, that's facts. Yes. And I remember because we went fairly recently before this tooth chipped.
You might be right.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. So what ended up happening...
I don't think we're 30. You might have been 31. Anyways, okay. Yeah, you're kind of right.
So, well, this is why I'm saying this is the interesting thing. So the same dentist, by the way, who did, you know, these top 3 were still there when I went back, right? I went back, and when he saw these teeth because I went for a cleaning and stuff. I was like, "How's the bottom row?" And he looked at it. He was like, "They're fine." He was like, "You're okay." And I was like, "Really?" I was like, "But before I had like cavities and stuff," and I don't remember the exact conversation, but I remember him saying like, "It looks fine." And I'll tell you what I think it is. Listen, I'm not a doctor, not a dentist. I'm just a mukbanger. But let me tell you this. That was a time when we did keto, and I was very strict with keto, and I was also doing a lot more flossing. I brushed with this natural toothpaste, and I mean, it's not like I overdid it with the natural toothpaste. I brushed only like one time. It would be like 1 time a day for the most part. Sometimes I would do it 2 times a day. Maybe in a week it would be like, I don't know, 2 times a week. Maybe I would do 2 times a day. For the most part, it's just nighttime. But I flossed with hydrogen peroxide. Yeah, you did. So once again, I'm not recommending this. Not a lot. It was like 1 or 2 times a week. It was probably 2 times a week. Floss with it. I would like dip it in the floss and did that, which would get the swelling down if ever there was any. But anyways, all that stuff combined, I'm telling you, I went to the dentist. This was
He's
like,
so proud of himself.
It was like, man, you saved your teeth, and I was like, I know I did.
Oh gosh, let's calm down.
I know. Then the chip happens. You know, yeah, it's okay.
Five guys.
Then the chip happens, so it's okay. It is what it is.
It is what it is. We're figuring it out.
We are figuring it out.
Okay, fam.
Oh wait, we have one more thing.
Oh yes.
You guys, we have this brownie.
I
by
can't
the
believe
way.
we saved the brownie review to the end.
I know. Sorry,
Jamil,
you guys.
You're
the last
fired.
review.
I forgot.
I know.
No, thank you. I forgot.
Yes. So we got to review this. We got this from Porta Subs. Kristen, before this, she was like, it's going to be really bad.
Yes.
And here's the thing. I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
And the reason is because when you get a brownie, you want it to be decadent. Is that the word? Decadent.
We do.
This looks like bread.
We want it to be decadent.
Yes.
This looks like bread, and I thought it was going to be a little crazy because it has white chocolate chips. And let's be real. If you're going to have a real chocolate chip versus a white chocolate chip, you want a real chocolate chip.
And I think there's a couple things, too. I feel like the chocolate chips were added after the fact.
Yeah.
You
I
know
do
what
have to say, it smells good.
Ooh, well.
And it's very moist.
moist.
I hate that word.
You want to get...
But...
Can you not get crumbs
Listen,
all over?
hold on. I have to show the fam something. This looks very not chocolatey.
It doesn't. It looks burnt, like...
It looks like dry.
Yeah, it does look dry. Well, let's do it. I'm going to do it without the chocolate.
Me too.
White chocolate.
Because white chocolate does have a flavor, so we'll do it without the white chocolate. Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Yeah. I wish I could return this.
Hold on.
That'd be a great idea. Do you like this?
No.
It's not good.
It's close.
It is close. That's literally what it is.
It got there for a second.
It's close.
Ladies, you know what I'm talking about. When you're really close, but it just doesn't finish.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's...
This is that
What happens is there's not...
You're right
it's almost
there.
like there's not enough sweetness in there. Mm-hmm. Like, it is sweet, but you just want just a little bit more to just... But something else is there, too. Something else is missing.
It gets the build-up going, and you're like, oh! Oh! I'm getting it, you know?
Yeah.
And then, right there. And it's like,
That's it.
That's true, though. That's exactly what happens.
I think you're taking it to the extreme.
That's my experience with this brownie. It falls short.
You're right, it does, though.
It does have actual real chocolate chips in it. Mm-hmm. That tastes good. That's why you get the
sweetness.
The sweetness. But the brownie itself is not that bad.
When you become a brownie expert like myself.
Like me?
Really like me.
Okay, tell me. Tell me how you reviewed it better.
You don't want the flakes. You don't want the flake. Like, it shouldn't flake like this. It should be hard. You should go like this. It should be not quite like fudge. It shouldn't be like that hard, but it should be like almost. That's a good brownie.
You don't want a flaky brownie?
You don't want a flaky brownie. These flaky brownies, don't do it. Unless you have like Pillsbury. You can't go wrong with them. Actually, you can't go wrong with Pillsbury.
It's okay. I give the brownie
All right.
5.
Well.
What do you give it out of 10? I go to 5 out of 10. Maybe
I'd give it like a... Honestly, I'm trying to give it a different number than a 5, but I think you're right. I think that's a 5.
I am right.
I think you're right about that. You just said it before me. Yeah, I think that's a 5. I think that's a 5 for sure.
Okay, guys.
All right, you guys.
I hope you enjoyed the Subway versus Port of Subs review.
Absolutely.
For the Meatball Marinara sub. Mm-hmm. We like Subway in many ways overall, but...
Port of Sub?
But yeah, it's hard to explain.
Well, you like the fact that
it's more like homemade, authentic.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
But there is something about that fake meat in the Subway.
And I don't even, it's like, I'm not even like, it's not like I like fake meat, but just the flavor was better. That fake meat flavor was better. And the marinara. The marinara sauce was better.
Yeah, the marinara is better.
So,
the marinara is important.
Exactly. So if you have a Port of Subs in your area, I say try out the Meatball sub. Let us know what you think about it.
Let us know what the K&J family are doing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Let us know what the K&J family are doing.
To the Meatball sub.
No. All right, you guys. You guys have a wonderful evening. And don't forget to...
like, comment, subscribe, and share. Share it as Karen. Let your friends and family know what the K&J fam are doing.
You know what? I just forgot. And I don't know who's going to make it to the end of this video. But you guys, we have an email list that we are trying to... No, it's okay. I'm going to put it in the beginning of our video. Hopefully. I'll try to.
Join our email list.
Join our email list. We're going to be doing a lot of fun stuff in there. Obviously, we're going to be sending emails about 2 times a week.
We're going to be doing contests. We're going to be doing giveaways.
That's right.
You're going to see behind the scenes look into our lives.
Exactly. And we're also going to do
live.
You'll be notified when we go live, because a lot of people don't know when we go live. They don't get the notification through YouTube or Facebook. So we'll notify you right when we go live. In addition to that, there'll be secret lives.
Secret lives. You'll get never before seen pictures.
Exactly.
So join our email list.
So we got a lot more stuff. Yeah, recipes and everything, guys. So feel free. The link is in the description. Click it, and then go sign up, and you'll be receiving some emails soon.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. Share it as Karen. Let your friends and family know what the K&J family are doing. We'll see you guys. Until next time, we'll see you guys tomorrow with another video.
Have a wonderful day, evening, and night, whatever time it is out there for you, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace out, tribes.